Hello everybody, Imperator Z here, and I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 cast. And this cast is something special. It's not just that we have this. It's not that it's a Terran versus Terran and that we just have this. This. I could do this all day. I love it, love it, love it. A recent game. And even better, it has been sent in by one of the fans. Sorry Viper, I'm just gonna call you one of the fans today. Because you're the only one giving alms to the poor. Alms to the poor. Yeah, this replay is really just alms to the poor, isn't it? It's the first replay I've ever been sent on my dedicated replay receiving address, and it's been sent in by Viper. I've casted a game of his before and I checked it out, and the first thing I sort of just went somewhere in the replay and checked what I said about him, and I called him a pussy, and I'm really sorry about that, and I really didn't mean it. I don't like to be mean. I'm actually a nice guy. And the heck did you just scout the north position of the map? Don't you know that you can't spawn there? Oh no, come on, just the first thing you do. I try to be nice and you scout the close position on this map. I don't even know if what the map's called. I think it's Shakura's Plateau, and even I know you can't spawn close position. Very important. Just never scout close position on this map. The enemy can spawn here, and they can spawn here, and that's about it. The important strategy going on here, strategizing away. Viper with a bit of an SCV lead. Nido player building an orbital command. For now, Viper has just pretty much more stuff than his opponent Magoo. Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo, Mr. Magoo. What's that from? Is it Dr. Seuss or is it something else? And we have an orbital command coming up for Viper. That's very good. I guess it's a tiny bit late, but that's okay. That's okay. And yeah, he just has more stuff than his opponent for now. He has 2 Marines and 3 Marines even, and 3 Marines will always win against 1 Marine. Basic mathematics. We have a factory coming up for Viper, so he's made those 3 Marines with just 1 barracks. 1 barracks, that's good micro. We see Magoo on this side of the map. He has 1 Marine and he uses 2 barracks to make them. Well, okay, I'm embellishing. It's a reactor coming up here, so this barracks can't really do anything else. And here we have a tech lab doing I don't know what the tech lab's for. Maybe he just prepares to build tanks later, or he just wants to research Stim and was too stupid to wait with building the tech lab. I just said I was gonna be nice and then I called people stupid. I'm such an idiot. I'm stupid. I can call myself stupid, can't I? I mean, is that allowed? Is that nice guy bro code? We have 5 Marines versus 3 Marines. Those 5 Marines came out of 1 barracks, while the 3 Marines came out of 2 barracks. Barracks I. And yeah, you don't have to be a master mathematician to know what's wrong here. And we still have Viper ahead in SCV count. He had his mules earlier, so he's ahead in that as well. You can see him ahead in the keeping resource down part. I would say Viper in this game is doing really well for himself. He's still building an SCV, still building SCVs, always keep building SCVs, and he's supply blocked himself. I would like to call him out on that, but it just happens. Especially in the lower leagues, it just happens and you can't stop it. You can't possibly do anything against the supply drop. You can't build supply depots in advance. It's It's one of those things that the higher level players, they don't understand. I mean, how the heck would you know that you were gonna be supply blocked a few seconds later after building units? And I'm not even joking all that much, because it happens to me all the time. It's just, it's not, the human brain isn't meant for this kind of game. It just isn't. So you have to sort of beat it in by repeating over again. Don't get supply blocked, don't get supply blocked. And that's how you improve your game. It's not strategy. It's not anything like that. It's not complicated. Just don't get supply blocked, build SCVs. Is Viper still building SCVs? Viper is still building SCVs. He probably missed some. I mean, but I missed him missing it, so that's okay. On this hand side of the map we have Magoo missing lots of SCVs. He's building another one. He's building another one. He might be catching up. He's building two. He's building two. He's got them queued up. He's gonna catch up if he only queues more SCVs. Come on, dude. Oh, no. Never mind, he's not gonna catch up. He's 8 SCVs behind. Viper falling behind on his... what did I call it last time? You know, keeping his resources low. Right, macro. Falling behind a bit on his macro. He's not producing enough. Though, in the end, he's still better at it than his opponent, as you can see. His money is low. We are at 9 minutes 20 seconds in the game, and both players have expanded, and both players have relatively low money counts, which is good. We have a small attack here. It was a drop play. Very exciting stuff. I can't believe Magoo held this off. Very exciting stuff indeed. Oh wow! You drop a quarter of your army into the enemy base and get it killed off, and you're behind in army size. That's something that you could avoid. It's possible to avoid it. It's very difficult, but you can click on your units like this. You can, well, if the units were there, I could show you, but the units are gone, they're dead. But if they were here, let's just assume, you know, like, for the sake of argument, if they were here, you could drag this sort of square around them, and then you left click on the Viper. And if you're stupid and are right-handed, like most stupid people are, then you right click on it, because the mouse is different for you strange folks. We have a push here coming up from Mr. Magoo. The supply counts, in the meanwhile, the army sizes, I mean, and the supply counts, no, not even the supply, what did I want to say? Right, the army sizes have evened up. Viper, again, is ahead because of his superior macro. His macro is actually quite good. Usually at this point in the game I have more than 1,000 minerals. I hate to admit it, but right now he's floating too much money. His opponent is as well, but he really should be building another barracks or another anything. But his opponent, he has the same problem, and he has a lot less to actually spend. So this means Viper, if nothing outrageous happens in this game, he's gonna steamroll here, like with steam and you know, Iron Horse, folks. Our friend Viper is 16 SCVs ahead. He's not building anymore. That's one thing he might want to do, you know, if you're ahead, get further ahead. But he's supply blocked again. It happens. You can click on an SCV, and the B button, I clicked on it because I'm in a replay and I have the time for it. You can click the B button on your keyboard and then the S button, and then you can put a supply depot somewhere on the map, and then you won't be supply blocked for maybe 20 seconds or half a minute. And it's usually better on 2 bases to build 2 supply depots at once using different SCVs. just like, that's a good idea. Still, supply-wise, Viper, even though he's supply blocked a lot, he's way ahead. He's spending his money so much better than his opponent that most mistakes really don't matter. But his opponent is catching up in SCV count. Our friend Viper seems to be stuck at 48 SCVs on 2 base. 48 SCVs is... it could be worse. Could be worse. But like most things that could be worse, they could also be a lot better. You really want 60 SCVs, maybe even a bit more. 60 SCVs are for full saturation and a bit more for building supply depots and the like. And well, you could really just expand right now. You have the money to spare. You shouldn't let your money get that high to begin with and keep building units, but if your money gets that high, just expand. The worst that can happen is it dies and the money isn't up here anymore but gone. But what are you gonna do with money that's up here and that you're not using? I mean, you can't use it. You're getting more and more money and you're producing out of all your buildings. Like you're producing out of this factory, you're producing a lot, and out of this starport, you're just producing away. Well, maybe Viper knows something that I don't, but he should be producing away. Good thing is, he has the stuff hotkeyed. Really good thing. We have a third command center coming up for Viper. Mr. Magoo, in the meanwhile, he's sitting pretty on his 2 base. Only having one of them hotkeyed. Yet he still somehow manages to use the energy on his orbital command. Doesn't have anything else to deal with. Scouting, who needs it? I don't think he has scouted a single time in this game. Viper, on the other hand, he's got the tower here, which is very good, and he lost the SCV in the beginning. Yes, I saw that, don't worry, I saw it. I'm not blind. He lost the SCV scouting in the beginning. You shouldn't lose it if you don't have to, but it usually happens. In the Terran versus Terran, I can see it because of the Marines. We have 3 barracks coming up at a strange place. There's really not all that much reason to build them in proxy positions, because here they're just vulnerable. Maybe he has something planned. I don't know. I doubt it. We are at 60 SCVs on 3 base, which is very, very good. Especially since this is mined out soon, so he'll be on 2 base, but with full saturation going on. And that's always a great thing. Lots and lots of SCVs. But this one's oversaturated. Looks like he pulled some, but he could pull some more. And I don't have all that much to say. I think our friend Viper is doing well. On the other hand, Magoo building random Thors. Is this a collector's edition Thor? I think it is. Go you! You should all buy the collector's edition, by the way. It's awesome. It's like this huge box, and it comes with art books and a comic book and a soundtrack and the Super Thor, and really just get it. Just get it. You won't regret it. Where's my money, Blizzard? Now, APM. APM, most important stat in the game, as always. Viper is crushing his opponent even here. Still building SCVs. Now you're starting to think like a pro. Never stop building SCVs. Never stop, even if you're almost at your supply cap. It's better to die with 100 SCVs than to win with... Yeah. I would like to comment on this as well, but I have to admit it happens to me too. I wish this worked in replays. Dance, puppies, dance. Took them a while, but now they're going to the disco. Now they're going. And yeah, money is filling up. He's surprisingly good at his macro this time. This late in the game, only 2,000, 3,000 resources. That's gold or platinum level, I would say. Like, it's just a guess, maybe. I think last time he was in bronze, so I'm sure he leaked up at least to silver in the meantime, and I think Viper's gonna do well for himself. He's gonna do quite well. This time he's dropping a quarter of his army again, only the quarter of his army is about as big as the whole army of his opponent, so there's really nothing Mr. Magoo can do, especially since he still needs to keep his front secure. Since it is only a quarter of Viper's army and he could just waltz in if he did not have this. Let's see what they're both looking at. A counter-attack coming up from Mr. Magoo, and Viper, for some reason, is looking at the fight. Bad habit, my friend, bad habit. Do something else. You really don't care about this. Like, you're killing stuff. Just a move up here, and then deal with this and build stuff. You're not building stuff. You're building 2 Marines, or yeah, you're just not building enough. You need a supply depot. You need more than one. Here's the stuff rolling in, killing your stuff, killing the badly placed. I told you so. I told you so, didn't I? I told you so. But did you listen? No. You were too lazy to time travel and listen to my cast. Death. No death. You know, as long as you look at this and do nothing else, you could at least A move. Just A move. It's easy. Luckily, tanks are overpowered as hell against everything. Well, they are on a cliff, and if you are too stupid to do something like scan and such, then they are OP. Against bad players, Viper. You know, sometimes in pro replays you see them pull their SCVs early before the command center or the base is built, and they pull the workers and put them on the minerals, and then you see the train of SCVs or workers just rolling back down here to the second base, and sometimes even getting killed just because of the stupid mistake of not waiting for the base to finish. Believe me, that's better than letting them wait around for a minute. Still, this game is so over. Supply count, ridiculous. We have 54 out of 22. Makes you wish supply depots could lift off, doesn't it? And well, Viper is not maxing out back again as quickly as he should be. You see Zerg doing that late game very quickly. They can max up again because of the lava inject. But if you get a bit better at it, you can do that as the Terran as well. You just have to build ridiculous amounts of barracks or something, and really, that's not too much to ask at this point. If you look at Viper's money, he could build 10 barracks for 1,500, which he could easily afford. He could just pull 10 SCVs and it would be done very quickly, and then he could remax in an instant. And believe me, it's ridiculous how fast Terrans can remax if they put their mind to it. They can out macro Zerg in the late game, easy peasy. But hey, Magoo has already been out macroed. He still hasn't hotkeyed his. Oh, has he? He's hotkeyed. He does have hotkeys. He just doesn't use them. His SCVs are standing around here. We have some slight oversaturation going on. No, we don't. We don't. His SCVs were killed. He just let them stand in the tank fire. Yeah, like, what? Why are you here? Viper, at this point in the game, instead of making more SCVs and making your army smaller, I mean, it's still okay to make more SCVs, even if you're this high. It's still okay. You can get up to 100, you can get 110 if you have enough stuff to reinforce, like build 10 more barracks, 20 more barracks, and I'm not even kidding, build 10 or 20 more barracks, then that's okay. But before you build more, use the ones you have. Use the ones you have. Hasn't your model taught you to be, you know, frugal with your money? Spend it wisely. And use the things you have. Play with the toys you have. Don't envy your neighbors' toys if you have better ones, and just don't play with them. I would have called these Banshees cheese, but there was not even Cloak being researched. I'm an idiot, I don't even look if Cloak's being researched. Of course Cloak's being researched, but it's way too late. One thing about strategy you should know, strategy is never a reactive thing. You do strategy in advance. A Banshee rush is a strategy. Trying to hold off your enemy and hope he's stupid enough, or somehow doesn't have scans at this point in the game. That's just plain... It's not even desperate, it's just bad. Magoo, you suck. Let's hope Magoo doesn't send me any replays. Viper, congrats. You're the man, you're the man. It's as if he listened, isn't it? It's as if he listened and built those 10 barracks. Of course, putting them over here would have been better, but it's sort of difficult, and you know, just to not close in your units behind them. But this is still bad positioning. It's just a tank up here can make your life hell. It can pull your whole army, and it can really be annoying. Yeah, he's pincered, and Magoo just gives up. I think he should have done so 10 minutes ago. Anything else I have to say while you're still listening? I don't have anything to say, but I still want you to listen to my voice. And I would actually like to tell you to thumbs up this video, which would be really, really cool of you, or even subscribe to my channel. And most of all, most important of all, I would ask everybody who's watching to send me any replays you think might be interesting, or even just ones you want commented by me, and send them to zreplays@gmail.com. And I will be sure to cast them, because I am in need of attention, folks. And I would love to have stuff to cast, and to have people listen to me, and just to have a good time doing the StarCraft YouTube casting thing. Because what else did I buy this silly overpowered computer for, if not casting StarCraft 2? Okay, so Skyrim has been holding me up. Dance, dance.